All right, guys, we are back at it. So, Trump's immigration policy has just been a disaster, guys. Complete disaster. I mean, he's grabbing 2 year olds, 4 year olds, 6 year olds. He grabbed a 2 year old with cancer and a 4 year old with cancer and like deported them. A woman giving birth they're getting deported, arrested. You got ICE raids coming in. They're coming in with like black baggings and masks on. Um, Taking immigrants who like the judge allowed them to stay. They're just coming in, they're kidnapping them, sending them to El Salvador. Like, these are some real Nazi like behavior, right? This is like no due process, none of that shit. And so now we got a new one. We got a new banger here today, man. We got U.S. citizen with real ID handcuffed and held in immigration raid before being released. This guy got his ass kicked. I'm gonna show you guys the video. Uh, they definitely beat the shit out of him, and the guy was a U.S. citizen the whole time. Let's get into the article. So, U.S.-born citizen who was wrestled into the dirt, handcuffed, and detained in a vehicle as part of an immigration raid had a real ID on him that was dismissed as fake. Man's cousin said Friday, video of the arrest aired by Noticias Telemundo showed authorities grabbing Leonardo Garcia Venegas, 25, while at a job site in Foley, Alabama. Oh, great. He was working. On Wednesday, and bending his arms behind him, someone off camera can be heard yelling he's a citizen. Garcia told Noticias Telemundo that authorities took his real ID from his wallet and told him it was fake before handcuffing him. Real ID is the identification U.S. citizens are required by law to have in order to travel through airports and enter federal buildings. It is considered a higher security form of identification. So he had the highest form of secure identification. Apparently, real ID is not valid anymore. He has a real ID. His cousin Sheila Venegas said, "We all make sure we have the real ID when we went through the protocols the administration is asking for. He has his real ID, and then they see him, and I guess because his English isn't fluent and or because he's brown, it's fake, it's not real." Garcia told Noticias Telemundo that they grabbed me real bad, and the handcuffs were placed very hard on him. The arrest has left Garcia, who was born in Florida, shaken, particularly because the officers arrested and detained his brother, who is not in the country legally. Venegas said. She added that Garcia lived with his brother. Their parents are from Mexico. So let's get into the video. Of this guy getting detained here. This is wild here.
Hey, that's illegal. And he's not even doing. He's a citizen, bro.
Yeah, so these dudes are running up. Trump is grabbing anyone he can grab because, he's grabbing anything, man. He's going for anything, right? And they sent like thousands of immigrants already to a concentration camp in El Salvador run by a Marxist dictator who, yeah, I mean, El Salvador is probably one of the safest regions in Latin America, but I mean, the fact you got thousands of people in there, man, and there's no due process, and I wouldn't want to live there. I wouldn't want anything to do with that shit. I mean, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, but this is this is some Nazi shit, guys. Like, this is some real inhumane bullshit. You know? And anyone who sits here and says like, "Oh, we can do it without a lot of these immigrants," well, you got to think, man. There's so many things that are done. Now, look, the illegal ones with the criminal record and all that, they snuck in here. Yeah, get them the fuck out of here. But I mean, if they're being productive, if they got something going, a lot of these immigrants, they do a lot of lower end work, fast food restaurants, landscaping, construction. I mean, these people are putting in work, man. At least give him some due process. At least check, make sure that the motherfucker's illegal before wrestling him to the ground and arresting him and shit. The guy had his real ID on there. It's like, that's the real deal, man. They're saying, "Oh, no, it's fake." Another day in Trump world.